Welcome back to Transaction Care. My name is Lillian Hernandez, but you can call me Lily. And this is a continuation from my real estate red flags video. We're doing the complete opposite today, real estate green flags. Some good things that I want to celebrate or just bring attention to that I have appreciated in my 20 plus year journey in this industry, and the things that I have witnessed and just made me appreciate and stay in this industry as long as I have. So also, before we move on, if you have some green flags you want to talk about, hit the comments, please. I want to engage with you all, as well as get to know you personally and relate to your experiences as well, because I know I'm not alone. I can't be alone in this one either. And definitely go check out my red flags video. I was talking from the dome, so I might have missed a few, but go ahead and add to that one as well after you're done watching this one. So let's just jump straight into it. My first real estate green flag that I want to bring up is just kindness. I cannot express to you how many realtors I've encountered that lack kindness as a skill, as a characteristic, as a trait, because they're so caught up in the money, they're so caught up in getting things done, that they completely forget to be kind, which kind of blends in with being respectful. Being kind and respectful and having that, having a moral compass goes a long way as well, because it just makes your job more enjoyable. And I've learned that the more I've done the work that I've done, and the more I've been in this industry and done the work that I have achieved and learning the different personalities, I don't want to work with just anyone anymore. Early on in my career, I was just taking on clients, and I ended up making a lot of money because of that. But I burnt myself out because I was working with people that were exhibiting all of my red flags in my previous video. So when it came down to selecting clients that had more green flags, the pot was small. It was this compared to an overflow of just working with anyone. But kindness goes a long way. Respect goes a long way. This is a very competitive industry, but I have witnessed many top producers that are low maintenance and also kind, but just low maintenance in terms of appreciating and respecting my ability and trusting me to get the job done, to the point where they're not hassling me every 5 minutes or thinking I quit on them or projecting their traumas on me because of someone else screwed them over in the past. No, low maintenance in the sense that it's just like a mutual respect. It's a trust that you hired me to do this job and to be a part of your team. And if you trust what I told you in our initial conversations and I trust you vice versa, then we're not going to have to talk every single day. We're not going to have to check in with each other and reestablish trust every 5 minutes. No, it's just there. So I categorize that as low maintenance because you're not calling me around the clock. You're not blowing up my emails because you need to know about every single thing that was said in other emails. You want me to summarize it for you. But we're not talking about red flags. We're talking about green flags, okay? I think just overall character and knowing someone with good values is important as well. It is a green flag. And being in these meetings and seeing how they interact with their team, how they communicate with their team. Do they talk down to them? Do they talk highly of them? Regardless of how they're producing, are they honest and firm with them in a way that is affirming and not demoralizing? I think communication is an absolutely green flag when it's done from an equal point of view. Although I may be your authority or I may have more experience than you, we're still a team. And I'm not going to talk down to my bench players just because they haven't had a chance yet. I'm going to uplift them. I'm going to encourage them. And that goes a long way. Like I said, my pile of clients has shrunk tremendously because I'm sticking to my morals and my values. And when I do that, I feel better about my business. So consider that in your journey as well. I also appreciate a company, a brokerage or a broker or a realtor that pays on time. I think having systems in place to making sure that your realtors, your team members, your vendors are all paid on time is key. And oftentimes you'll work with some independent brokers that maybe it's like a team of 3 or 4 and they're just kind of winging it. And maybe you're building the business with them, but that can burn you out as well if you're constantly doing it for every transaction. At a certain point, you have to implement systems or make a choice as a TC. You're either going to stay or you're going to go. I also think some green flags are realtors that actually communicate with their clients, meaning they sit on DocuSign with them as long as it takes. They'll respond to their text messages. They'll call them. They don't talk bad about them in team meetings. They know that some clients can be more difficult than others, but they still go about it in a way like, hey team, just heads up. These guys are kind of difficult. And this is how we're going to have to approach them specifically. Versus, these a-holes, I can't wait for this transaction to be over with. But like I said, these are just green flags. We're not going to go into the red flags anymore. Go to that video and watch it. Like I said, just the way people talk about each other to their face, even behind their face. I mean, that can apply in real life as well. But I think just the overall treatment of people goes a long way. And knowing that we are all equal and that all of this can just disappear. You could be a top producer today and then back at the bottom tomorrow. Same with entrepreneurship. You could be at the top and at the bottom if you're not aware of how you're treating people or how you're navigating your business. When a realtor or a real estate professional has a life outside of their business or their job or their work, it's not to say that it is equal 50-50 fun business. I think both can merge together and coexist. But I also feel like it's important to not just have team building exercises or events, but to have hobbies, to have a life outside of your work to where you're not just consumed with the one thing. Because when the one thing disappoints you, it destroys your whole world. And that can still happen even if you have hobbies. I get it. You know, we're passionate about the things we do, the time we invest. We don't want it to be wasted. But I just have accepted in life that life is going to have surprises. And if I avoid or ignore or am in denial of any type of curveballs that may come my way, then I'm always going to be disappointed for a longer period of time. Because we got to be real with our feelings, right? But I feel like someone that has a decent, healthy balance or sense of harmony with their personal life, their family life, their business life, versus I'm all strictly business. I think there are seasons for that, but I don't think it's for your entire life. So those are just a few of my green flags. There can be so much more that can be added, which I want you guys to participate in the comments and do so that way. But for now, we're just opening up this dialogue for more conversation ahead, more videos ahead. Tune in each week. Transaction Care drops a new video. And until then, my name is Lillian Hernandez. You know the drill. Care for yourself, care for your wealth. Your time is worth it. Let's coordinate. Talk soon. And don't forget to check out my other content. Lots and lots of gems. Business, real estate, mindset, and just overall check-ins and care, okay? Transaction care. Thank you for watching. See ya.